Alright guys, we are back with the Barbarossa campaign, and this is going to be the last scenario of the Age of Kings, which is just the base game without the expansion. I'm going to do the expansion as well though, but I don't know, I might do a little break in between or something, I don't know. To be fair, the expansion does have 4 campaigns, and they are pretty much full length as well. So yeah. But for now we're going to go and finish this game, or part of this game, I don't know what you would say, but we're going to do the Emperor Sleeping, which I haven't actually done, and it ends up being I already tried to record this and it didn't go well, so hopefully I've learned some stuff from last time I tried this. But yeah, it's not that I couldn't eventually win it, it went pretty poorly from the start because I didn't know what to expect, but here hopefully I'm going to do better.
Barbarossa's soldiers were devastated. Several knights committed suicide. Others converted and joined the Saracens. So convinced were they that God himself had deserted them. However, a handful of knights were not yet willing to board a ship bound for Europe. The body of mighty Barbarossa was fished out of the river, pickled in vinegar and sealed in a barrel. The army of the Holy Roman Empire would not be joining in the crusade. Yet there was still a chance for a small victory. The surviving knights vowed to take Barbarossa's body on to Jerusalem. Even in death, the emperor would keep his promise.
Okay, so someone told me that you can get spies early on in this mission, which is actually really useful because it's only 200 gold for it, and you have it for the entirety of the thing, because basically everyone's your ally at the start for the first 10 minutes, and then eventually Damascus and Saladin will turn on you. I think Jerusalem might have been your enemy from the start, but they don't have any villagers, so it doesn't even matter. So we can destroy the Dome of the Rock, which is where we need to get the Emperor in a Barrel, or Barbarossa, to, which is at the very south of the map. Unfortunately, we are going to have to take on Damascus and Saladin to get there. Now, mostly it's Damascus really annoying you, really putting the pressure on you. So it's going to be defensive at the start, very defensive. So pikes are good against the elephants, knights near siege weapons, obviously. So long as you are allied. Yes, so that's not going to last for very long. Now we could try and do tricky stuff, but I'm going to try to just beat them up in a straight up fight. Like, there are some like glitchy stuff you can do if you want to get the upper hand, but I'm not going to bother with that stuff because it can be pretty risky. It says capped rams is what you should use, but I would just go for bombard cannons or trebuchets, and converting Persian elephants, that's going to be very, very useful. So we need to do stuff fast, so let's get started.
All we can do at this point is attempt to deliver the Emperor's body to Jerusalem. The Saracens and Persians do not view us as a threat, so we should have 10 minutes to plan our attack.
Okay, so first of all I'm going to get my entire army over here, or pretty much my entire army. Right, there's this crossbowman here, and we're going to start getting our villagers over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a castle right here. I don't know if that was a very good place for it, but we'll go with it. Alright, so get these down. And then I need a university. I also need that though. I'm gonna get the university first. Get the university up. Alright, so castle coming up, and we're also gonna get that relic out pretty fast if we can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna overwrite that, which may waste some stone, which is bad for me, but I suck, so you know, it's not that surprising. Alright, so I'm gonna put a monastery right there. And you have so many villagers starting out.
8 minutes to Saracen attack.
But you have so little time to actually get stuff ready. So it's pretty insane. Alright, so we get those guys across. I'm gonna need 2 more houses, or 3 more houses. So we'll get those up. and I'm basically just walling this section off completely. I'll even get another wall going here. Alright, so spies, I can get that now. Okay, so I can get spies now for 200.
7 minutes to Saracen attack.
Okay, so this monk's getting out here, and then next we need a siege workshop and to get chemistry. Alright, so that is pretty much most of my villagers getting stuff done there. Next we need a market. Market. Basically I'm getting this for bombard cannons, and yep. And we're also going to get as many monks out as we can, really. So chemistry is getting researched right now.
6 minutes to Saracen attack.
6 minutes. Alright. Right, so market, get some stone, and put up our second castle. I'm going to put it here. So I'm getting up 2 castles, and I'm putting crossbowmen in one of them. Does a elephant come in here? I also forgot about these sheep over here. You do get these sheep. You also will need to wall off this section as well. So these guys are just going to chill over here, and I'm going to get that relic. That relic's pretty important, I would say, so I would get on that as soon as you can.
5 minutes to Saracen attack.
Next, we're going to need a lot of gold, so I'm going to go on that. We're also going to need a few of these guys on lumber at the back as well, so let's put them on that. Going to get the sheep in, and one of these villagers is going to get that. Alright, so pretty much the Emperor and the Barrow is going to stay in our base for most of the scenario. And I think they've got another relic themselves, so that is unfortunate, but not too much you can really do about that. Alright, so we're going to get 4 monks. I'm going to actually sell off some food, because we do need bombard cannons, or at least I prefer getting these guys pretty quickly. But we are going to get so many people on this gold here. Obviously I'm going to need some on that wood as well. So I'm going to get theocracy. And you can see where this is going. I'm basically going to convert all the Persian war elephants that come our way. Or at least that's my plan. I don't know if that's going to go that well.
3 minutes to Saracen attack.
Okay. So I'm going to get these guys in and get another bombard cannon. So we got 3 minutes left. Cutting it a bit close here, but hopefully we can make it. Alright, so I'm gonna get these 5 or 6 to go and start eating up these sheep, even though food is not really what we are craving right now, but I'm gonna get it anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna get illumination. I think I need to get that. Yep, and block printing eventually. Unfortunately, they can go in your gates while they're allied with you. I probably should have locked these to stop them getting in, but hopefully I can just convert these guys. So I'm going to get 1 more bombard cannon, and then I will get the other upgrade, and we should be pretty set, I hope, from that. We're also going to get these paladins up in this castle. These pikemen aren't going to be as useful, but we'll take them anyway. And my crossbowmen are probably not going to be that useful, so that's why I stuck them in the castle. I'm also going to get conscription, and I think block printing is like 200 gold, so I'm going to have to wait a sec for that. Alright, eventually I also want to get a mill up and put farms around it. I know this is pretty close to the walls as well, which is unfortunate. Where did that elephant go? Oh, he's gone. So I built 3 gates. I probably don't need that many, but yeah. So we're going to lock the gates to begin with. Now I just got to remember that for the paladins. And we're going to stick these guys right here. And yeah. So any extra monks I'll get after this. Don't think I need any more.
These German goats whipped.
There we go.
No matter. They will die as well as any crusader.
Alright, so now you see that Saladin and Damascus have set us as enemies, but of course we can still see them since we did get spies while we could. There is a barracks here, which is kind of strange. So I'll attack that just to see if they come and attack my castle, which would be a dumb idea. Looks like they are going to do that. So maybe we can free up a bit of their units by doing this. Yeah, it looks like they are coming to attack. Alright, so I kind of want these monks to be over this side. And I want these guys on no attack stance right here. Only when I attack. Alright, so I don't really care about converting all those guys there. So one thing I am going to do is get someone else building stables. Who's converting me? Right, they're trying to convert my bombard cannons there, which is a strange one. Oh, fuck. Alright. Ah, shit. Fuck. Alright, so, yeah, I'm kind of forgetting my job here. So I lost a bombard cannon, which I'm really pissed about. I'll get another one. Should convert these two. So let's just kill this guy, bring these guys in. Now I can unlock this gate. Oh fuck. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with this scenario is really you can lose walls like that. I mean there's like 4 trebuchets there. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get that eventually. Why are they packing up? I don't know. But I don't care right now, really. Alright, so another bombard cannon. Usually they come close enough so my bombard cannons can really get them, but apparently they decided to take out that wall there, which, you know, I'm not actually gonna say is that much of a problem. Alright, let's get out of there. And we're gonna bring these guys in, and we're gonna get more monks. Alright, so I'm gonna get this onager out. Alright, so it looks like they do have a trebuchet that they are firing my way, which isn't great. Alright, they murdered all those sheep. So bombard cannons can actually take trebuchets out very well. So I don't know why they don't use them more, really, to take out my trebuchets ever, but they don't. So, right, so this villager's gonna have to do some work here. I'm gonna quickly get this going. Alright, so I do have my elephant there. Get him out. And yes, we have to play this pretty defensively. Let's try and get that camel there. I just hit my own thing. I think I just hit my own thing. Alright, maybe they'll attack the villagers actually. Or not. These bombard cannons are pretty expensive, which is why I don't really want them dying. Fuck. Well, I guess I am getting them to die. Great. Okay, I really need this wall to be patched up. So let's do it. Now you do start Imperial Age with pretty much most of the upgrades, so... Well, obviously you don't have the Imperial Age upgrades, but, you know. Alright. Well, that could have went better, I guess, but we do have a few elephants. Now, elephants are really going to be very good in this scenario for anything, basically. Now, they can attack over here, but for some reason they don't really like to go attack over here. But I am going to wall it off just in case they decide to. So, yeah. Maybe at some point we can get a second base going as well. I'm going to try and take out that barracks there. Though I don't imagine they'll let me do that. This guy's going to build a mill here. And bring these pikemen over. So this is probably going to be a pretty long scenario, I would say. And there's like no stone you can get, so don't even try. Okay. Alright, well that worked, I guess. So we're getting this mill up. I think you can get crop rotation. Yes. I clicked that before it was done, basically. Which means these guys are going to go on farms. In fact, we could kill this boar right here. Is this enough? Should be enough. Well, I might lose a guy here, but we'll see. Nah, I should be fine. Alright, so we fooled those guys into or the monk into thinking that he could get us, but he couldn't. Alright, so I think it went alright. Alright, so we're gonna get 2 on that, 2 on that. Alright, try and convert as many of them as we can. Alright. Okay, okay. Did we lose a bombard there? I think we lost a build. Oh no, it is my elephant, okay. Alright guys, okay, okay, wait a sec. Okay, so I should be able to attack there. Did I lose an our bombard cannon? Ah, fuck. I'm losing all the bombard cannons. Alright, so we can convert these guys and kind of, like, even if we lose them, they're kind of fodder, which is nice. So, you know. Come on. Alright, we managed to keep them. Alright, so that guy's dead. We lost more bombard cannons, but that's fine. We have like no stone, but that's also fine, I think. Probably. Alright, these guys should be able to get in now. Alright, so we're gonna get a couple more monks. Alright, so that is pretty much it for the boar there. I actually completely forgot the boar was there. So let's get some farms going. And yeah, that you probably won't honestly need that much food this entire scenario, so yeah. Alright, so you are an asshole. And I am going to build a stable. I already built a stable. I am going to build a blacksmith up here. Which I don't really need to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think you can get a few upgrades, actually. To be fair. Right, now we can get we can get crenellations. I'm gonna get hoardings at least. Look at that trade cart. It's just happy to be there. All right, so and we're gonna get another farm here. I like how this building's set up here, and I'm gonna research Cavalier in case I need it, which I probably will. So what Damascus likes to do is they will occasionally just throw out some trebuchets at you and such. 3 bombard cannons is usually enough to take these guys out. Now, since you have spies, you should be able to see that. Oh god, I never noticed they were all going into there. I must have set the gather point wrong. Alright, so you'll notice that you should be able to get a good amount of the this guy might die. Oh well. That might send a few more towards me. I'll try and get this. No attack. Alright. Getting our paladin. So converting paladins and war elephants is probably a good idea for you. I just gotta keep remembering if the gate's locked or not. Alright, so we're gonna get blast furnace as well. I can get I'll get siege engineers actually. This will help these guys. 13 range, I think. What else do we need? Well, eventually we're gonna get paladin. I won't actually train any cavaliers because unfortunately, even though you start with paladins, you won't be able to get many of them later on, you know, until much later on when you can actually afford the upgrade, which sucks. and we're running out of gold, and the nearest gold pile is over here, which is kind of on the front to their base, so I would suggest having at least a decent amount of forces and a castle up over there, if you can. Alright, so we're going to get this off, and hopefully, because that is a lot of monks there. I'm going to bring this guy in. Alright, so we got trebuchets coming in, quite a lot of them. You should be able to get in now. There we go. Alright.